Oh, but while we're here watching this pussified sport called football, yeah, I used to really love football. Cowboys are getting their asses kicked. But see, the difference between me and most fans, I'm more that type of person who would sit there and say the thing I love about football is the sound of broken bones. But nowadays, they become glorified pussies. I guess the reason I still collect football cards is I'm hoping one day they go from being glorified pussies back to real men who don't have to bitch about money and penalties and fines. Like like I said with Zeke, he just proved he was a pussy because he won't take a suspension, and we all know he did it and he deserved it. So take your suspension, man up, be a man. There's kids watching you, thinking you're a good football player, and by you not taking the disciplinary action, you know, it shows that you're not a man, and it's showing these kids that maybe forget it. We can be the same way. Fuck that. We'll go ahead and watch a real man sport. Hell yeah, hockey. But you know what? That's not what we're here for right now. That's not what we're here for right now. Damn, it's a little dark in here, but yeah. Boom. Here we go. King's hockey puck. Again, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is right here on this shelf. Move this crap out of the way for now. We're going to go ahead and get the DS collection and even throw the 3DS stuff. Now, before I get there, we'll go ahead and do this. See, what it is wow. It's really dark. Let me see if I can use this. Yeah, I better. Hold on. Damn. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Anyways, let's get down to it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with these. What it is I bought this one by accident. What I was looking for is the one with both connectors, because one game I have was a Dynasty Warriors DS. You can't finish the game unless you have Dynasty Warriors Advance connected down here. They didn't tell you that originally, so you can't finish it with this one, which is just the light. See how it doesn't have anything on the bottom right there? But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get down to this. I guess I'll show the cases, but some of them I don't have cases for, so yeah. Oh, by the way, of course, you guys know about the 3DS. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Guess we'll go ahead and throw the 3DS cases first. What I do have, so there's Ozzy Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack, which wasn't a bad game. You get 2 games in it actually, but it's kind of difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Dead or Alive Dimensions, a fighting game. Final Fantasy Explorers, Hyrule Warriors Legends. I didn't want to get a Wii U so I could play the original game. So I decided, you know what? They came out with the 3DS game. I'll go buy a 3DS and a copy of the game for the 3DS, which isn't bad. It wasn't a bad game. A lot of people gave it a lot of shit, but it's actually not a bad game. Of course, one of the reasons to get a 3DS is Project X Zone. I still have to find the second game. Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, which really isn't all that great. Theatrhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. I played the first game and I loved it, so there's the second game. There's actually a disc in there for it, but I don't know, maybe we'll just go ahead and open it up. The disc is unopened. But yeah, that's what you're getting there. CD that doesn't really have any appealing songs. I mean, it's got a Serious Prelude from Final Fantasy, Locke's theme, which isn't that great of a theme. I'd rather have someone like Terra's theme. Main theme of Final Fantasy VII, which isn't that great either. Thunder Plains, Choose Your Combatants. Final Fantasy VII, I think everybody would rather have one winged angel, but yeah. Okay, let me hold that down real quick so I can put this back in. Okay, and Zelda Triforce Heroes, that wasn't that good. And I think it'd probably be easier to play if you actually have 3 people, because I mean, it's a 3-person game. It's harder if you're playing 1 person. Here we go. There's Bakugan. It came with an actual Bakugan. Actually, I have a bunch of Bakugans because I had when my brother was little, I used to buy them all the time. Yeah, it was Naga. That's the ball you got. I don't have it in here, but it's in my collection. I'll show them one day, maybe. But damn, I'm already wasting too much time. Okay, and there it is again, the Bakugan. Put it. Get that. Or no, turn it the other way. Deal or No Deal. Dragon Ball Z Super Sonic Warriors 2. The original one was for, what was it? I think it was for the Game Boy Advance. Dragon Quest Heroes 6, believe it or not, I used to do dumpster dives, and believe it or not, I found this game inside a dumpster at Hastings. And actually, I have the video up of that somewhere on my channel, but yeah, this game, $30 game, was found in the freaking dumpster. 2 copies. Actually, I have 2 cases because I had 2 copies. One of my copies got lost. That is the Dynasty Warriors DS. There's Final Fantasy 3. The first time ever Final Fantasy 3 comes to America, and they did it like this. The characters are all renamed on it too. Like the main character's name is Luneth, when on all reality, if you actually played the original Final Fantasy 3 for Nintendo, they're all Onion Warriors. They don't have actual names. They're all Onion Warriors. I think they really, Squaresoft really loves Final Fantasy 4 because Final Fantasy 4 has had millions of remakes. I actually like Final Fantasy 4 too. Echoes of Time, Final Fantasy. Crystal Chronicles, I believe. Yeah. There's another one. Ring of Fates. This one was a bitch to play, harder than hell. Probably the hardest Final Fantasy I've ever played, aside from that stupid boss at the end of Lightning Returns. But Final Fantasy, the 4 Heroes of Light. Extremely hard game. Final Fantasy 12 Remnant Wings. Final Fantasy Tactics A2. Grimoire of the Rift. I hated Tactics. Guilty Gear, Dust Strikers. It's basically like another version of as Guilty Gear Suka for PlayStation 2 if any of you played it. Kirby, Mass Attack. Kirby. Who doesn't like Kirby? Hey, Kirby Superstar Ultra. That's the Ultra version of the game, the original game that came out for Super Nintendo. Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, I didn't really like that one. Metroid Prime Hunters. I wish they would have just... See, a lot of games I think should have just remained in 8-bit 2D stuff, and those are basically a couple of the game series I wish would have remained because they do not look good in 3D. I'd rather them just keep it how it used to be. And yeah, we got a lot of Naruto stuff too. There's Ninja Council 3. This is actually a pretty fun game. Naruto Ninja Destiny. They tried their luck at a fighter. It was, yeah. Naruto Shippuden Ninja Destiny 2. Path of the Path of the Ninja games were fun. There's Path of the Ninja 1. What it is it's how do I say? You got teams of 4. So what it is basically like a Final Fantasy game on RPG. That's what they were. They were RPG games. There's Path of the Ninja 2, which is even better. I wish they did more of those because they were actually really fun. Considering the fact that a lot of the Naruto games aren't even that good. There's a Ninja Council 4, which wasn't that great. But it did include this art cell of Naruto trying to do his Rasengan, giant Rasengan. Pokemon Black. Card Fighters DS. SNK versus Capcom. We got Super Mario DS, which is actually Super Mario 64, but they decided to call it DS. Okay, fix up this shelf a bit. Damn it. Okay, fixed it up. Now we're gonna go with this one. This is a pretty crazy one. This is actually good, though. This is actually where they get the mechanics for the, what is it, Project X Zone? And actually, a lot of these characters in this game are in Project X Zone. Super Robot Taisen OG Saga in this Frontier. I took a gamble on that game, and it was actually pretty cool. It can be pretty hard. The final boss has like 75 million HPs, but if you keep spamming him with your special attacks, he'll go down pretty easy. Not sure what that one's for. TNA Impact. Across the line. Ultimate Mortal Kombat, which also includes Puzzle Combat. Yeah, it says down there. Puzzle Combat's not that great. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. They weren't very good. The wrestling games, I can tell you, actually, that one at least wasn't very good. This one was a little bit easier. Yeah, the finishing moves were freaking super hard because all you did on those, let's say, for example, you had to use the stylus. Okay, you had to go like that to do one move. Keep doing like that. Do this move. That. Hit this button. Go up. And that's all it really was. It was very confusing. There's SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. One of everybody's favorite favorite cover because it had DX on it. Here we have the last one they made. The last time they made wrestling. Actually, yeah, for the DS. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. With that piece of crap John Cena on the cover. And we're going to go ahead and go with this next. This stack, which... Oh, wait, we already went over that stack. Never mind. Let me sit this down for just one moment. Try to do this quick. This is kind of a pain. But yeah. Okay. I don't know, I think I might be missing a few games that are probably floating around my room somewhere, but yeah. Those two games right there came with the DSs that I bought. But other than that, yeah, a lot of it I basically have cases for. I know that one I don't. Dragon Quest 9. But yeah, the majority of them are. And I think I have 2 copies of TNA Impact. Oh, well, it's not here. Yeah, I'm missing games. Or no, it is here. See, 2 copies of Impact. But that's because I thought I lost it. And then I went to GameStop and just decided to buy a new copy. And then I came home. About a week later, I found the other copy, and now I have 2 copies of it. And well, I guess we'll go ahead and show what we have for 3DS. Of course, the first thing we can show... Oh, never mind. There's a Theatrhythm 2. Or Curtain Call, as they call it. There's Ultra Striker, Blaze Blue, Continuum Shift. There's Dead or Alive Dimensions. We have, I believe that's Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden. FIFA Soccer. Believe it or not, that was found in GameStop, their dumpster. Yeah, I used to do that. And same with the Lego Pirates, also found in the dumpster. And they work perfectly. There's Final Fantasy Explorers, Hyrule Warriors, Legends. There is Project X Zone, Samurai Warriors Chronicles, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, Tekken Prime 3D Edition. Hard game to find. You're gonna pay 30 to 40 just for the game alone. There's the original Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. Oh, and the last WWE game or wrestling game that they made for any of these handheld systems. There's All Stars, Zelda, and of course the R4 card. This thing will save your life. You can turn these little handhelds into emulators with that card. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. Laters.